Hi, this is Eric J coming at you with street news. No, we ain't professional and neither is this story. 28-year-old Jamerria has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder after she admitted to killing her 6-year-old daughter and 8-year-old son. So look, according to the reports, a maintenance man who worked in the apartment complex that Jamerria and her 2 kids were living in said, "I had received a couple of complaints about a foul smell coming from Jamerria's apartment. So I went over there to see what was going on. When I got there, I knocked on the door, but no one answered. So I turned the doorknob to see if it was locked, and it wasn't. So I went inside. I just had a feeling something was wrong. As I walked through the apartment, I seen what looked like a child sleeping in a sleeping bag. But the closer I got, I can see that the child was dead. It was a little boy. He had a knife sticking out of his chest, and he had a trash bag over his head. As I turned to leave, I could see another child in the bathroom. It was a little girl. She was floating face up in the bathtub. Looked like she had a shirt wrapped around her neck." Detectives said both of the children were in a decomposing state. Their bodies were bloated and parts were beginning to liquefy. A witness who doesn't want to be identified said, "I heard Jamerria screaming inside of her apartment earlier during the week. And I heard the little girl scream, 'Mommy, no,' but I didn't call police." In 2018, Jamerria lost custody of her children after she was arrested for setting a fire where her and her children were living at. But after the children's father didn't show up to a court hearing, the judge gave the children back to Jamerria. Listen, we are living in a day and time where it's necessary to call and check on the people that you love. One of Jamerria's neighbors said, "I heard her screaming over there. I heard her daughter say, 'Mommy, no, Mommy, no,' but I ain't called the police though." Imagine having to live with that regret. And no, I'm not saying that her neighbor is responsible in any way. I'm just saying that calling 911 could have helped. It's documented that Jamerria was not only a threat to herself, but she was a threat to her children. So what her children's father didn't show up to court? That don't mean you give them back to her. That don't mean you give her a second chance to kill them. You don't put those children's lives back in danger. They made it out the fire. Why are you putting them back in? The maintenance man said when he walked in the apartment, the little boy looked like he was in a sleeping bag sleep. It wasn't until he walked all the way up on him that he could see the big knife sticking out of his chest, a trash bag over his head. Jamerria couldn't take looking at what she done. Listen. Somebody wrote in my comments under one of my videos and said, "Eric J, these stories are starting to sound like horror movies." I agree. And you want to know why? Because life is becoming a horror movie.